Hello everyone, this is SageEthereal and welcome to episode 7 of my Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode playthrough. Picking up right where I left off last time, we got into the Nether last episode and proceeded to die a couple times while searching for a Nether Fortress. Just cleaning up my inventory here. We just retrieved my first grave when I ended the episode. And this time we're going to be doing more searching, of course. Still haven't found that elusive Nether Fortress. But I will be checking in with you when I come across one. Or when I decide to call it quits, whichever comes first. And at the current rate of progression here, let's clean up some of these death waypoints. I may just call it quits here soon. It has not been a fruitful adventure here in the Nether. But I'll keep searching, at least for now, and check in with you all in a bit. Alright, just hopping back in. Picked up some Ardite back there and noticed off in the distance here we have a Nether Fortress. Finally. We're gonna explore this a little bit, see if we can't pick up some other interesting resources. I'm going to actually waypoint this. If we look at the map, it's kinda doesn't work super great in the Nether. We are over here, and the portal that we came in is over here. So ended up going in a pretty big loop around. Down here we have some nether wart. I believe I have one that I found in a loot chest earlier in the series, but might as well pick up some more. Getting a couple blaze rods wouldn't be such a bad thing either. It's a blaze spawner over there, but it's not going to be easily blocked off. We're going to see if we can find one that's a little more easily accessible. Some wither skeletons, again, might not be super bad to find. As long as they don't get the jump on me. Nothing up here except some Ardite. And yeah. Nice to know that we at least have one within a somewhat reasonable distance of the portal. Getting back to the portal is going to be an interesting task, but I'm sure we'll manage. Got a wither skeleton over here. Come on. Oh, dang. Got me. But I should be okay. Just for reference, I don't think I mentioned this last episode, but before last episode, I actually upgraded my tools a little bit. I added one piece of lapis to my pickaxe and my broadsword, which gives them the luck attribute, which as you use a tool, it will gain more of the lapis. It's already up to 97 on my pickaxe. I added this before I went mining. And as that builds up, it has a chance of adding the fortune enchantment. So you can see that my pickaxe now has fortune 1 on it. My broadsword isn't quite as advanced. It's only got 3 out of the lapis. Again, I only added 1 though, so that's 2 free lapis added. But that will eventually start to get looting on it as well. So, definitely nice. Should help out. I really don't want to fight those there. That's not a great idea. I guess maybe if I can just sneak in and get 1 or 2 blaze rods. Come on now. 1. It's not terrible. Make a strategic retreat here. Looks like we've got some more Nether Fortress over here, which we might check out. The ideal is to find one of those blaze spawner areas that has spawned underground and so is blocked in naturally. Makes farming blazes a lot easier. Ghast, we'll kind of just ignore. Not sure, I think I did go down that direction. So we're going to head deeper into the bowels of the fortress. If we can find a way down. See if we can't come across any chests that might have stuff. Although normally, nether chests don't tend to have the greatest loot. Take some of the saddles and whatnot. Just to have, mark it with a torch that I've been to that chest. See if we can't get some magma cream. Doesn't look like it. I could definitely use some more nether ore. But this is going to be what I'm doing. I'm going to gather hopefully a couple more blaze rods if I can manage to find a decent place to farm them. Oh wow, I do not want to deal with that. That is 2 nitro creepers, which is not fun. I'll kill any wither skeletons I come across. See if I can't get a start on collecting any wither skeleton heads. But aside from that, I will check back in. That's a nice, somewhat easy to kill blaze. Aside from that, I will check in when I get back to the surface or if something else extremely interesting happens. Like dying again, which is a distinct possibility. But I will see you all in a bit. Oh, not good, not good, not good. Oh! Come on! Okay. I'm gonna try to get to my grave, get my stuff back, and then get the heck out of the nether. I'm not even gonna bring anything with me. I don't really have all that much left to bring. I'm pretty much out of food. All the food I have was on there. If I had been smart, I would have come back and dropped off one of my extra hang gliders. That would make getting back to wherever this is a heck of a lot easier. Obviously, I was not smart. So, I will... man, that was like right down the hall from where I left you. And that wither skeleton totally got the jump on me. I mean, I jumped in my chair. I'm sure you could probably tell from the way the camera just went, ah! But we will see each other back at my grave or back at a new grave if I happen to die again. Well, ooh, this might help. I was gonna say there's a distinct possibility that I am not going to survive all the way to the Nether Fortress without starving to death. Luckily there was a berry there. That'll buy me a little bit more time, but not a lot. We'll hopefully come across some more berry bushes because there's not really much in the way of other edibles down here in the Nether. Those berry bushes are added by Natura, so they aren't even a vanilla option. I thought I could make some mushroom stew, but it seems that you need to use a sawmill to actually cut out this dark wood into planks. So I can't build a crafting table to make a wooden bowl. My health is obviously quite low. I'm not sure if these guys give any food. I think they drop leather, but I'm not sure if they drop any meat. And I'm also not 100% sure if they are hostile or if they attack when you attack them. Oh, this is just not... This is all sorts of bad. Let's see how far down we can get. We have 4 hearts, so dropping out of the sky is not a great idea. Nor is getting into a fight with any of the stuff around here. I believe those are apples. Or they can be apples if you get them at the right time. And I think white is actually when they're ready to be harvested. Maybe not. Nitro creeper. Nope. Normally, and I'm being honest here, normally I don't have this much trouble in the Nether. I haven't had this much trouble in the Nether since I started. Like way back when I first visited the Nether. I died a lot. Since then, I've been pretty good at it. Until now. Now I'm just being shamefully bad. Break these open for some food. Grab some cobblestone. Might as well just grab another pickaxe and shovel. Let's see what I get out of these. Not a whole lot. Our food doesn't reset thanks to, I believe it's Tinker's construct that does that. So, can do is grab some wood here in the overworld and some mushrooms, and now I should be able to at least make some mushroom stew once I get down into the Nether. Get some more wood here to make some wooden bowls, but then I will be back to it, trying to make my way over to the Nether Fortress and collect my corpse. I will see you all, hopefully, at my grave. Probably not. It'll probably be me dying again. Forgot that the bowl recipe is slightly changed in expert mode. But yeah, talk to you all in a bit. Approaching grave 1. We have a skeleton, of course. We're gonna beat to death with a flint shovel. Get what little stuff we had before back, and continue on towards grave number 2, which is actually grave number 1. Kind of got them backwards, but you catch the drift, and I will see you in a second if I survive this. Okay, so we seem to be back at the Nether Fortress. My flint pickaxe broke, so I'm gonna have to punch down the walls with my bare hands. That's fun. If you can't tell, I'm a little over the Nether at the moment. That gas is going to harass us while we try to get in here. Hopefully, I'll be able to get my stuff and get out. Got my trusty shovel of doom here, beating up any wither skeletons that happen to, or just normal skeletons. Oh, I didn't notice my health was so low. Bad deal. Bad deal. Mushroom stew. I need mushroom stew. At least I can still make that. That's good. No. That'll annoy me if I leave it there. Okay. I think we should be good. I think. Kind of check our corners here. Yeah. We're safe-ish. Get all this stuff back. Gonna have lots of cleanup to do to try to get everything where it needs to be. But I'm going to head, once I get all this organized, I'm going to head straight for the exit. I am not playing around in here anymore. No, sir. So I will catch up with you when I'm back on the surface. Arriving back at the portal, safe and sound. Taking fire from a ghast, but should be able to survive that at least. And, oh, yes. Back in the overworld. Been a long time coming. That was an adventure. Not a good adventure, but an adventure nonetheless. Did get some decent resources. Got a blaze rod, some nether wart, some soul sand, some netherrack, a variety of different natura nether woods. But it was a lot harder than it needed to be. Once again, if you hear a low rumble in the background, my air conditioner just kicked on. But we're home. We're home. At least what passes for home at the moment. Got tons of junk. So, gonna quickly clean up the inventory a little bit. Not a whole lot. There is another thing I'd like to get done in this episode. And that is going to be some very basic smeltery automation. For that, we're going to need some redstone and some smooth stone. So, I think I'm going to need 5 smooth stone and 4 redstone. If I'm not mistaken, this should give us a redstone clock. I am mistaken. Okay. Probably the other way around. Oh, it's got a redstone torch in the middle. Okay. That shouldn't be too difficult. The redstone clock will, at an interval, send out a redstone signal, which we're going to use to automatically kick off the dispensing of the smeltery fluid. This isn't going to be fully automated, but it should work. Should make at least the dispensing of the materials easier. I'm going to need a lever to turn on and off the redstone clock. We're also going to need a hopper and a chest. Should be enough to get us going. So that means 2 chests. And a hopper. And that should be everything we need to get going. So the smeltery faucets, the seared faucets that you put on the drain blocks, accept a redstone signal. And when given a redstone signal, they will begin outputting. As you can see, this is periodically pulsing a redstone signal. What we can do is we can put a lever on it, turn on the lever, and that will stop the redstone clock from running. This redstone clock is from Extra Utilities, by the way. Another nice thing, now this is just temporary, but if you put down a hopper underneath a casting basin or a casting table, it will pull out the result. And then we can have the hopper place it into a chest. Now, when you're using a casting basin, it's a little inefficient because it toggles it on and off multiple times, but it works. And it is, I can just let this go. And as long as I put in a multiple of 9 when I'm adding ores, I'll always get out a equal, a block's worth of stuff. So that will work for us. Now, a thing to be careful about is we can't just drop all our ores in. For one, we want to make sure that it's a multiple of 9, like I was saying. Otherwise, we'll get a little extra molten metal sitting in the casting basin, which is a little bit of a hassle to take out. And we have to be careful about accidentally making any alloys. So I can put in a bunch of copper and iron in the same smeltery, and they're not going to mix. If I were to take this tin and add it in here, there's a good chance that it's going to melt, and we're going to have both melted copper and molten tin in the smelter at the same time. And that is going to mix to create bronze, which is not what we want at the moment. So we have to be careful about that when we're loading this up, making sure that we don't put any metals that can mix and create alloys together. So that means no tin and copper in the same one, no gold and silver in the same smeltery at the same time, because that's going to create, or that could create, electrum. And there's a couple other alloys, but the other ones aren't as common. So those are the two to really look out for. I guess copper and aluminum could create aluminum brass. So that is another one. But aside from that, we should be good. And now I can just let this go. It'll slowly pour out all of its iron into block form. And it'll smelt down all of that copper, which it'll also pour out into block form. I think I can put lead in, because I don't think the lead alloys with anything. Doesn't look like it. So I can add in lead. Let's see. That works. 63 is how much this will hold, which is obviously, since it's a 3x3, it's a multiple of 9. So I can just add that much in. And that'll melt up next and get turned into molten lead and eventually get poured out into blocks. So we have a semi-automated smeltery. Oops. Bit of a misclick there. But for now, we'll just place these on the wall here just to remind us to clean up that hole once we're done with it. There are some other methods of automating the smeltery with other blocks like conduits and things, but at the moment that is going to work for us. Put some of this cobblestone back. The next thing I think I need to be concerned about is probably going to be getting a storage building up and running. Maybe a house too. Storage is kind of all over the place at the moment. This stuff is all fine. It'll stay where it is, at least for now. This could probably be sorted a bit better, although that's not bad. But all this, not great. It's somewhat sorted, but there's just not enough room. Considering I have all of this stuff still in these bags. For example, if I were to pull out all of these treated frames and try to put them in the forestry chest, I'm out of space. So that is going to be something that we're going to have to work on. I'll probably work on a building for housing some basic storage, at least temporarily, in between episodes. What else? I'm not 100% sure how long this episode is run. So I think I'm going to probably just call it. There is a chance, because I'm going to have to cut out a lot of stuff. A lot of the massive ineptitude I showed inside the Nether. A lot of that's going to be cut out. So it could end up being a slightly longer or a slightly shorter episode than normal. But either way, I think it'll be okay since, yeah. I'll probably give a warning at the beginning just to let people skip this episode because it was so derpy. But it's okay. You know, you saw me die a lot more than I normally do. So I hope you got some enjoyment out of that. We got some basic smeltery setup going. We got a decent amount of nether materials. Not great, but enough to get started. The glowstone will be helpful, obviously. Got a decent amount of that. A little over 3.5 stacks. But I am going to wrap up here. This has been SageEthereal. This has been episode 7, I think, of my Feed the Beast Infinity Evolved Expert Mode playthrough. As I said, between this and next episode, I'll probably do a little more building. Again, I'm not sure how much people want to see of that, so if you're interested in seeing more of the actual build process, leave a comment below, let me know. I'd be more than happy to show more. Maybe even split them off into their own episodes if that would make things easier for people. And if you have any other feedback, things I've been doing okay, things I could work on, feel free to drop them in the comments section below. And I will see you all in the next episode. Thanks for watching.